I had a director that had at one point been like, okay, come to Papa. And there was like 17 other people in the room and not a person said anything.
Britton Seibert is a graduate student at the NYU Tisch acting program. She says her experience is an example of how sexual harassment in the entertainment industry goes noticeably unnoticed.
Nobody felt comfortable enough to like acknowledge it and throw it out into the space, which then made me feel like I was invisible.
A USA Today survey found 94% of women working in the entertainment industry experienced sexual harassment. Even with witnesses, Britton said the fear of not being believed creates silence within the industry.
If I were to say that you had violated me, there's a very big fear that the other people in the room won't believe me. And so it makes me question the things that I've perceived and the things that I've experienced.
Raquel Chavez is another graduate student in the acting program. She says that sexual comments and harassment have become normalized in the industry.
Sexual harassment is a commonplace, unfortunately, a commonplace thing that happens for a lot of actors and a lot of actors that are women.
64% of women in the entertainment industry say they were expected to perform sexual acts. Britton says she's experienced this firsthand.
There was no kissing involved, and when we had taken that scene and gone to a different, like a choreographer, she had asked the question, is there a kiss involved? And I had said, no, there's no kiss in the blocking. And my scene partner then later told me that he was offended because he felt as though I refused to be intimate with him in the scene, and that he wanted me to prove to him that I would be intimate with him in the scene.
She says experiences like this instantly kill creative minds.
It is like a horrible thing to feel when you're in an environment and trying to like open up and be, play other humans. It's so detrimental, and it is like.
Those environments are what the Me Too movement and the younger generations are working to change.
There is a consciousness among like our generation that seems to be the motor for a lot of these changes.
That's why NYU grad acting students held a theatrical intimacy education workshop to practice how to handle sexual scenes in unwanted situations.
We had not had a conversation at the beginning of the year about boundaries and about what it means to be in a safe space, but also to have respect for each other's bodies, specifically, I think a lot of the times, towards women.
Raquel participated in parts of the workshop, but she backed out of exercises that made her feel uncomfortable because she had experienced sexual harassment outside of acting.
Being a survivor of sexual assault and really wanting to let that not impede me in my work, and having to come to terms with the fact that I am a human and not a robot, it was a whole learning moment for me to realize that this is a risky job. Being an actor, you are involving your whole soul in a lot of ways, and you have to be careful with yourself.
But Britton says that's easier said than done. That's why she says it's important to know how to speak up.
Everything that happens in here is a microcosm of the things that happen in the industry out there. So if we don't know how to have the conversation within these walls, where there's no way I'm gonna get on a set with like a really famous director or with a bunch of famous actors and know how to have that conversation if I haven't practiced it in here.